Hey everyone. What? Yes. Hi. There's my friend. Hi everyone. Oh yes, Miss Lola. How is everybody doing tonight? We're doing this date night special for with the Cricut Joy. Although I have to say I'm a little frustrated because I had trouble finding some things and making it happen. And I started playing around with this UV resin kit, and I was having more fun with that than I was with my Joy my Joy Cutaway Cards. So I'll try to stay on topic. Hi Beverly. Hi Susan. Hi Eileen and Linda. Hey Alexandra. Good afternoon from Costa Rica. Awesome. Hi Melissa. Hi everyone. So we are, let's see, it is Saturday, and I just feel like this week flew by. And there was just like a lot going on. We did a lot this week at Cricut Chat. So um, if you weren't able to catch the morning shows live, definitely go back and check. We did a beautiful St. Patrick's Day wreath yesterday. We did with also a Happy Easter, very oversized poster. Let's see. We made a Mardi Gras shirt. We worked on a card that is like a mason jar, like a double gatefold card. And what else did we do? I'm trying to remember what else we did. But we did the mouse pads. Hey, so everybody was asking me which mouse pads and where did I get the image. The image is from Design Space, and all you have to do, let's close this, is go to new project here and do image and type in sparkle, the word sparkle, and you will find a whole bunch of images that are words, and they're all pretty. And your Empress came today. I don't think mine's coming till Monday. So when you look up sparkle, you'll find it. It's here. uh I know it's here because that's where I found it. There it is. Leave a little sparkle wherever you go. For people looking for the mouse pads, there are several available. The ones that I purchased were a pack of 10 mouse pads, and they had a cute dog. Mouse pads, I think I put a sublimation blank mouse pads, and they had a dog picture here. This was it. This is the one I bought. So I got 10 pieces for $13, which I think is pretty reasonable. And as you can see, they did the sublimation picture, but you can do the infusible ink like I did with the cutout and then iron on. I'm also looking for some keychains because, as I mentioned, I was working on a little bit. This came today. This is my UV resin kit, and it's really tiny little thing. But I made this, which is this is cut on the Joy. It's vinyl. It says strength. And then on the back, I mix up some resin with some heart shaped, sparkly, I don't know, glittery, sparkly things. And I put it on the back. That was my first thing I did. I started working on the same idea with alcohol ink, but I didn't get a chance to do the resin on that side. I did get a chance to make like a little, look at this. it's a little tiny heart that I use some of that Valentine's glitter that I had hanging around. Um, they give you in this pack, they give you, this is how much of the resin, but you really don't use a whole lot. So they give you this, they give you this like a silicone mat that you can make little shapes out of. And they give you instructions and then a few things to mix up with. And then they give you a little tiny, and it's tiny, lamp that you just, when you're ready to do this, you just put it under the lamp. All right. You put it under the lamp for like 5 minutes. For some reason, it's 5 minutes. Um, all the other people that I've read about, it's only like a minute. So I don't know if I just did it to, it says here 5 minutes. So I don't know. Maybe because it was thicker. Anyway, I just started playing with that today, and I'm sure I will come up with a lot of fun things. I'm going to probably show you how this works sometime during the week. Okay. So we have that coming up. But today we're going to work with something called Cutaway Cards. And these are brand new for the Joy, and they look very much like insert cards. And to make things even more complicated, they also released these cards, which are called foil transfer insert cards. So there are 3 types of cards that are now on the market for the Joy, and we'll go over each one of these. And I think they all come in all 3 sizes. I might, maybe not, but we can have a look. So we're gonna play around with it. I had mixed results. This was a good result that I had. So basically what these are, they're cards that have a stick on the inside. Let's have a look. So first of all, I was kind of surprised you only get 8 cards in a box, which seems kind of chinsy, but whatever. So there are these. These are just like the insert cards. They seem a little thicker because on the inside they have this tape. It's reminiscent of sticker paper, like for Joy or for the Maker 3 or the Explore 3. So it's sticky. Okay. And you peel it off and you put the backing in here. It's really not an insert, it's the backing facing towards the card. Then you put it in your machine and it cuts out. However, I was shown this a long time ago. And actually, just to give you an idea of how long ago, um, this was Melody Lane's last video that she ever produced, was on the cutaway cards, and she did that before she went on vacation and then got sick. So I didn't remember all of the steps, so I'm going to take you through all of my fails, like this, and this, and this. This one looks relatively good, but it's not on here right. And then this one is the same as this, but I used the wrong setting. So we're going to talk about it. Okay, so there were only A2s on there, but we're going to talk about it so that if you decide to purchase them, you will not make these mistakes. And let's see, I made 2, 4. So I only had 2 boxes of these, and I used almost an entire box. So hopefully I'm getting more in soon. So, but before we get started, I wanted to first of all ask you, does the video look clearer to you than it has looked in a while? because I had my internet guy in today, and he did some major changes that I think has improved. Yeah, learn from my mistakes, right? I think has improved the video, and it's not as choppy as it was. So I'm hoping that that solves the dilemma, because I was really disappointed to see some of my videos as I went back to look at them and saw how choppy they were, and I apologized for that. So he did make some changes. The second thing I want to mention, um, oh Dawn, why? Oh, I know. It just keeps getting worse over there in Ukraine. All we can do is pray. I took my mom out to lunch yesterday, and she's convinced that they are going to cause the apocalypse. And it's really hard to try to talk to an 80-year-old person who has dementia, and try to explain to them that no, that's not going to happen. And it was a little bit of a difficult conversation, but she's convinced that Russia, Vladimir Putin is going to destroy the whole world, and that was just really hard, hard conversation. So I know it's very bad, and yet um, there's very little that we can do. Hello, hello. Oh, my son's having friends over for the evening, and they're showing up now. And so so that's why the dogs are barking, because they want to be greeted. Um okay, stop. Stop, Teddy. Um yeah, so let's see. The only thing you can do is pray, and I've been working on some projects to do that we'll do next week, that will include some stickers. I could show you how to make print and cut stickers. Kids love stickers. The teens love stickers. I gave a whole bunch to Owen. Oy. Um, my mother's only 5 years older than you. Yeah, but she had a really tough life, Eileen. So, not saying you didn't or did, but I mean, she had some, like, growing up. She had some issues, but anyway. Hey, stop, stop. So it's been hard, and she has had issues all along. So it's a little hard to figure out if it's depression or dementia or a little bit of both with her, because she was just miserable yesterday. I mean, I wish I showed her. Babs, I gave her the card you made, and Christine also sent another gorgeous card, and I was gushing over them, and she was having a hard time with the card, but she liked them, and she sort of brightened up from that. So I do so appreciate those cards. Thank you so much. Um, anyway, so um, why did my marker leave fur on my lettering? Oh, I don't know what that's about. Okay. So the last thing I'm going to tell you about before we get started is, on Tuesday it turned March, right? It was March 1st, and on Tuesday it was also Mardi Gras. And that means that our March giveaways are going on, uh, and they're going on all month. That we're doing things a little bit differently this month. You're going to be entering. You can enter every single day, but you're going to enter every single day, all the way up until the 30th. And thank you for pointing out the date issue. I think I've fixed it. And so you can enter your name every day, as long as you have to follow me, or subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is very easy to do. And then after you're subscribed, just simply comment, like, or share any of my 800 plus videos with someone. And so we can hit our 20,000 subscriber mark. I have never worked harder for a goal in my whole life. So I'm so looking forward to it. We're going to have a big old party at the end of the month, because by then I'm visualizing that we will have the 20,000 people. And because we are like 700 away from 20,000. So I'm visualizing we're going to hit that goal, but also we'll have 5 huge prizes, including the Cricut Bright 360, which is right here, brightening up my my workspace. So it includes that. That's a $200 gift, but it also includes several bundles. One includes a Easy Press Mini that includes like a ton of stuff. There's an everything bundle. There are 2 essentials bundles, and there may be some other interesting like bonus prizes, especially if we hit that 20,000. So please help me reach that, and we will all celebrate together. So let's have a look at these cards. First, let's have a look at them on the Cricut website, because I think that they're a little confusing. They've made some improvements, but if you're going to look for cards for the Joy, you can usually find them under materials. And here you go, Cricut Joy cards. And you'll see that a lot of these have this little purple banner that say new. And it says cutaway cards here. So you'll see that there are these cutaway cards. I do not know what size these are unless I go and look. And these are size. Okay, so they're A2, which is 4¼ by 5½. These ones look real pretty. They have a blue. The colors I got are kind of washed out, but you know, they were like this was back a couple months ago. So anyway, so there are the cutaway cards. I do not know if they come in different sizes, but I also want to point out here are the foil transfer. They're called foil transfer insert cards. And then you'll also see the old favorite of insert cards here. So there are 3 different kinds, and there will be 3 different kinds in the store. So do make sure when you're picking it up that you're buying the exact one that you want, because you know you'll get it home and you'll be like, I wanted the cutaway cards and I bought insert cards. So just to give you again the understanding of these. So these were the original, the insert cards. They come in 3 sizes. This is the original size. It's A2. And inside of the pack is a bunch of cards, all nicely put in here. So there are envelopes. There are the cards themselves, and then there are the inserts. Now, the thing about an insert card is that when it cuts out, it leaves these little slits right here, and then you tuck the insert into the back of the card. Okay, so that's an insert card. A foil transfer insert card is just about the same thing. However, it also includes foil sheets, and there's the foil sheets and the stickers to do foil transfer on them. So it's the same thing. Here are your inserts, here are your cards, here are your envelopes, but then they also give you some foil transfer sheets with the little tapes to make it. I don't know how many tapes or pieces they give you, but it looks like maybe 5. Let's see if it says on the back. Foil 5 gold Oh, wow, they give you quite a bit, 5 gold and 5 silver. So they give you 10, one for each card. So you could do 10 cards, but do make sure I point this out. I want to make sure that you know this is that you will need the Cricut Joy foil transfer tool, not the ones that are for the big machines, the foil transfer tool. And I looked high and low and I can't find mine. So we won't be doing any foil transfer until I get my a new one. It's small and there's like no place to really put it. So that's my excuse and I'm sticking with it. So here are the cutaway cards and they look a lot alike. You get the envelopes, you get these cards, and they're the inserts, but you'll notice when you open the card, there is this sheet, this Cricut sheet here that you just have to peel off like this. And carefully, because I did it wrong a couple of times, but you're going to carefully line it up. I did it right at the fold on the opposite side and make sure that that fancy side is facing the back. I know it seems a little weird to do it that way, but then you're going to press it down like this and you will have this looks like this. Then you're going to take your card mat, our good old card mat, and you're still going to do the same thing. We're going to put this in here just like this, okay, and press it down. Now, there are a couple things to know about this. One, there is a special setting for these. You do need to use it. And in fact, I had to increase the setting on a couple of times. So I will show you what I mean. So I'm going to use the regular uh app, not the Joy app, because I was like, I need to figure this out on the regular app before I go to Joy, because Joy usually gives us less options, you know. So we're going to go here and I do have my machine set for Joy. See that? Joy. And also I have my iPad under settings. I have the Bluetooth connected. Oh, it unconnected, but now it's connected. So now that I have those two things, we can start talking about the actual cards. So there are a few cards here that you can make. I'm sure there'll be more as time goes on, but there are these ones here. Thanks, love you, love, happy birthday. There's a butterfly, a bicycle, looks like a champagne flute, and a potted fern or potted, I forget what those are called, pathos or something. So there are some that you can play with. So let's choose this one just simply because it's nice and colorful and it incorporates pen and the cutaway. So so what this is going to do is make a 4¼ by 5½ inch card. There's going to be writing on it, and then it's going to cut out. So you can go ahead and hit make it and it would go straight to your machine. But I want to go to customize because I want you to see what it looks like. So interestingly, you can customize this where the insert cards are not yet really customizable. They did add in a new feature that you can do, that you can make your own cards from it on the Joy, but it's kind of like, I wish that they gave us customizable or custom the ability to customize the existing insert cards. That's what I was looking for. But this you could actually add, if you wanted to, a second graphic. You could change the size of this if you wanted to. Right now, it is set up to be, edit, 4.5 inches wide by 3.25 inches high, approximately. So when this goes on, this is where I ran into problems. So I want to show you what happened. So when this goes on, I did choose on the card mat, and it shows up here. So this is my card mat for sure, but where it's located seems to be an issue, but I haven't been able to talk to anybody at Cricut yet about this. It seems to me like you have to move it up a little bit. If you do not, this is what happens. It like it comes down too far to start it. So this happened on almost all of mine. You see? So what I would suggest is making it a little closer, not all the way up at the top, but making it a little closer to the top. And I know it doesn't look right here, but it will look right when we go. And who knows, maybe they'll fix it all together, and you won't have to worry about this part. But for me, that was my experience. So then once I do that, I can hit next, and I'm going to choose my material setting, right? And in my head, I was like, oh, it's an insert card. So that wasn't it at all. We're going to choose cutaway card and backer, because it has to go through almost like when you cut vinyl, but it's thicker than vinyl. So maybe it's more like smart sticker cardstock, because it is much thicker than vinyl. So this is the one that you want to choose, the cutaway card and the backer. But what I did do that first, and I chose more pressure, and it still wasn't cutting it out all the way. So instead, I went to edit again. I went to Cutaway. You see here, Cutaway. I went to choose that, but then I went up here to settings, and I found the Cutaway card setting. And you will see here that it's supposed to be cut in the fine point blade at a pressure of 295. Well, that 295 is just not enough. Actually, I think it was 285, and I made it 295, but I'm actually going to hit it to 300. And I'm going to save that, because I think then I'm going to be able to cut all the way through and show you what I mean. So here we go. Cutaway card. I have it in here. Let's go ahead and start this one out, at least, and start to sort of talk about it and how this works after it cuts out. So this one here has writing first and then the cutting. So I'm going to use a Cricut Joy gel pen. I've used it in the other ones. This one's teal. I'm just going to pop it in and close that. Hold on to my blade and a housing, and then I'm just going to hit go, and we'll see how it starts out, like how it's going to work out in terms of where it's, yeah, that seems better, because this is the card that it's making. And when I first did it and didn't move the image up, you see what happened? I ended up with like no margin on this side and a really big margin. So for now, if you happen to have some of these cutaway cards, or they arrive, then you'll have to move that image, and I'll talk to them on Monday when they get back in the office. So the idea here is, once it's cut out, it's supposed to be cut out all the way through, and then you take a weeding tool and you sort of pull it away. Unfortunately, this one here I cut on the wrong setting, and so I started getting all frustrated. But this one I cut on the right setting, and I noticed that I really had to dig my tool in a lot. So I did ask the other product experts, and they said that they added more pressure to get it to work correctly. So that's what I would suggest that you do, is to add more pressure, whether by changing the setting. But you can also see here, I really still had to dig my weeding tool in there. Another thing I tried was I took my True Control knife and I outlined. So this one here is one I made myself. And this is a Ruth Bader Ginsburg one with a quote. I thought, oh, I'll make like for Women's History Month. And it just came out so terrible that I'm like, I am not going to be able to get all of this off. So just so you can see, this is what I did. I took my True Control knife and I kind of pulled it away like that. That's not how it's supposed. That's not how they were presented to me. And so I knew I was doing something wrong there. And so I did change out my blade. It wasn't my blade. I changed and played around with the settings, and that worked. And so there's that. The magnet on the front of my... I am not going to go down that road, ladies. There is a magnet that holds the Joy cover closed. And people have said to me, oh, you can put this here and it will hold. Mine doesn't hold. So we had a funny show one time where they were like, no, over here, no, over there. And it was just really a lot of fun. Do you guys remember that? I remember it was funny. So so for me, these are kind of hit or miss, although I think, if you know the whole thing about making sure that setting is correct, and also making sure you are moving the image, then I think you'll have an easier time than I did. But I thought there was a lot of waste for me in the learning curve. And so I was a little disappointed, especially because there's only 8 cards in the pack. If it were one of these packs that has 12 cards, I probably would have felt better, because by the time I got through like the 4, then I'd be okay. The other thing is, you guys know that I'm one of those really cheap people. And of course, I started thinking about, could I make my own backer for this? Like and it seems to me like you could, but it's not designed that way. But I know that there is for like scrapbooking, and some of my scrapbooking fans would know this, but there is a wide double stick tape that is made by Elizabeth Crafts that I think would work as the backer. Does anybody know about that? Oh, you guys. Oh, hey, Christiana. How are you? I haven't seen you in a while. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I changed it to 300. But I wanted to see if you guys knew what I was talking about. This Elizabeth Craft sells this very wide double stick tape. And I was thinking maybe I'll try it on my regular insert cards to see if I can turn them into cutaway cards. Okay, the writing is done. So we have to take out the pan and put in the blade and housing. And again, make sure you have a nice sharp blade in there. I hope that they're going to eventually offer blades the same way that they offer multi-packs for the larger machines. I asked for that before Christmas. I'm hoping that that's what will come about. So once this is done, I'll show you how you are supposed to weed it, and then we'll do one from an image that we have on our own. Okay. Yeah. Oh, you do? Is it the Xeron machine or Xeron machine maybe? Hi, Michelle. The Xeron thing, Gail. I have one of those too. Make stickers. Oh, I had never thought of that. I wonder. Interesting. It's an interesting thought. So Shirley, you got your Empress in. So the funny thing that happened, if you guys didn't watch through the week yet, I was kind of chomping at the bit to buy one of those Empress machines because we started playing with embossing folders right last week, and we were doing the inks and everything, and I'm like, I really like embossing. I kept telling myself, I can do without embossing, but I really like it. So Shirley was egging me on, buy it, buy it. And it's a special price. It was $200. So the funny thing, because it's normally $250, and I bought the bigger one because I wanted to do larger cards. And you did? You love it, Denise? So so I know, Susan, right? Um, so Shirley was like, buy it. So I'm like, all right. So the whole time that I was talking about this, I guess my friend Kirsten and my other friend Bren Kirsten said to Bren, we should buy that for Rita. And um and so everybody was messaging me, did you buy it, and I was like, nah, I'm too cheap. And finally I felt like, all right, I need to buy this. I'm being too cheap. And so I went to I padded out here where my computer is, and I went on and I tried to buy it, and it wouldn't take my card. And so I was like, that must be a sign that I shouldn't buy it. And it really was a sign, because don't you know, they were planning on buying this for me, which is very generous and everything. But then the next day I told everybody, see, it's a sign I shouldn't buy this. And so they said, just call them. It wouldn't take my card. I knew my card was good. So there's probably a misunderstanding, and indeed there was. And so while I was on the phone with her, I bought it. So Bren was sending me a message, did you buy it? And I'm like, finally, yes, I did buy it. So she was laughing, and she contacted me and said, oh, that's so funny, because we were gonna buy it for you. And in fact, Kirsten already bought it, and so now she's gonna have one for herself. It is so thoughtful, but now I got another person that has one, so there you go. I'm getting, yeah, the regular size one. Oh, you had a problem with PayPal? Oh, yeah, no, I was trying to use my card, HSN. It was kind of a weird situation. But anyway, all right, so here it is. I'm gonna try not taking it off the card mat. Maybe it will be a little easier, but what we're going to do is we're just going to pick up and peel away these little pieces. And see, even at 300, it is not cutting through. And this is a brand new blade. So this is disappointing. I'm going to have to talk to them. Maybe they can make some adjustments. But I am happy that it did seem to, I mean, it's not evenly spaced from here to here, but it's better. Um, so that if you get these, make sure you do that. So, and also, by the way, in regard to the Empress, I also bought 2 sets of dies from Anna. And I even had said, oh, I'm not going to buy any dies because I have my Cricut. But they had the most gorgeous clock ones and then a beautiful set of crosses. And so I was like, oh man, like they were too good to pass up. So I decided to buy those 2. So I hope I'm not going to get in the habit of buying too many dies because I just love my Cricut. So as you guys know, but I'm in deep. So this is what we have to do. So if you are going to do these until they make a change, I would most assuredly increase that pressure. I don't think that having it on the mat still is helping. Then I started thinking, well, what if I sort of tried to pick it out by folding it? And that didn't really work too well. Like this. See, it didn't work. But it will work if you persist at it, which is what I did here. So here we go. Here's the H is coming off okay. I might need to use my knife to sort of, yeah. So the H came off okay. So I think that this is sort of a mess until they can maybe make some changes. I was really looking forward to it, but I think they need to go back a little bit into the drawing board for these. And I really do like the insert card, so that might be me being fussy. But let me show you, if you wanted to create your own, what you would do, because that was a little bit different. So let's go back, and here is where is it? See, this says your design here. So this is the cutaway card design setup. It's going to be for the A2 size card, and you hit customize, and they give you, this is sort of like the grid, but you have to remember to remove the grid. So so what I did was I went to upload, and I opened up my uploaded images, and I kind of scrolled along, and I found my Ruth Bader Ginsburg ones because I thought, Women's History Month. So let me find one of those again. Oh, I have a lot. A lot. Let's find. Come on. Pictures. So just about, okay, here they are. You can't spell truth without Ruth, or I dissent. And these are perfect for this particular application because it has so much detail in and around her face. So here it is. It comes in, and that little thing around it is supposed to help me resize my image, which I really love. This, very thoughtful. So I'm going to sort of make it smaller so it fits in here. Maybe I don't want to make it too stretched out, but maybe this, right? Then, okay, then I learned the hard way about this, but you have to remove this here, and then you hit make it. and you put it on the card mat, and there you go. And you have to, you know, sort of move it as well, like we discussed, and then hit next. But if you do not remove the other thing, it will ask you to put in a pen, and it will actually write that grid on there. So let's go back to the cutaway card with the backer, and we will edit the setting even further. So let's go up to, I don't know, let's try 310. Or maybe we should do a multi-cut. Multi-cut might work. Let's do 2 times, and we'll just go back to the 295. Let's see if that works. And we'll save it. And then we will try again with the cutaway card. And let's get a cutaway card ready. Let's use these ones. Okay, so yeah, that's going to look nice with this kind of a gold and blue. So we open it up, we take off this piece. Okay, and then we take and make sure that that is going to be lined up correctly, and then fold. This is the, did it work? Oh, add 2 pieces in there. Okay, so that's the front. We're going to put this right in here. Press down. I feel like there's a lump. Oh, there's like air in between there. Whoa, there we go. All right, so let's press down and let's put it in and see how it cuts this out with the double cut. Let's try that. See if that works. And it's just cutting out. So let's do that. Please, please do the right thing. So let me tell you a little bit about this resin, because oh my gosh, it's so cute. You were laughing at Shirley? Like, oh, what? Oh, yeah. So I'm reading your comments now while this cuts out. So let me just go back because I want to see what you were saying. But yeah, little birdie told me, and she was like, "Oh my God, you're never going to believe it." Hi, Paula. How are you? I haven't seen you in a dog's age. You know, Annette, I thought that you would come up with a different idea and just stick it on a piece of foil and the glue to a card base. Interesting. You are so smart, Annette. You're just so smart. Does the Joy have an intricate cut setting? You know, I don't know if it does. Yeah, I love this idea because, I mean, look at all of the intricacies of the face. So beautiful. Right around here near her collar. Just gorgeous. So that was, you know, I was a little disappointed. But, you know, we might just fix it for them and just tell them they've got to just change it to this setting or that setting. So tomorrow, I'm going down to, I think I'm going to be down at Create and Escape at 10 o'clock. And, we're going to do, oh, sorry. I'm going to bring the Joy with me, and we're going to do infusible ink mugs with infusible ink transfer sheets. So I have my transfer sheets. Isn't this a beautiful color? This is a rose pink. So we're going to do this with a pen, an infusible ink pen, and we'll put it in the mug press. So you can see how you can combine infusible ink. I'm all about getting along, trying all these different things. I mean, this was something that when I did it, someone said, "Oh, you're not supposed to do that." And I'm like, "Well, why?" And she said, "Oh, I don't know." And so, but I did it and it worked out really, really great. And you actually write on the transfer sheet and then you press it on and the writing goes on and then the color becomes the background. And it's really cool. So, so hopefully we're gonna do that tomorrow. And then looking forward to the new week. Let's see. I'm going to show you the Ukrainian stickers, the Pray for Ukraine and the Free Ukraine stickers, and we'll be using printable vinyl again, just like we did on Sunday. We're gonna do another t-shirt because my son wants a t-shirt, so we'll do another t-shirt. And what else did I made this really cool wreath for Easter shaped like, and it's going to be a paper wreath shaped like an egg, and I'm going to show it to you after we get done with this so that you can see. So I thought we would do that, and I'm finally getting around to showing you how to make an oversized dahlia, and it is gorgeous. And you only need a few sheets of paper and one disc that I'm going to use. I think I'll use chipboard or perhaps I think a double card craft board, or maybe a thick chipboard. So if we do the thick chipboard, we'll get to look at the knife, right? And oh, my wax sealer is coming, so I want to show you that. And then I'm sure the Empress will have arrived, so we can play with that. And then the resin stuff, which was really, really cool. So so there's a lot on tap for next week. Yeah, Dawn, I think I figured out what that problem was. So I'm going to try after I get off here tonight. I'm going to go and try to fix that. Yes. So I don't know if you guys have ever seen them, but it's like an old-fashioned thing. Like when you have make your own envelopes, or way, way, way back, like pre-revolutionary times, right? The the kings and queens and whatever, they would use this wax that they would melt, they drip it onto whatever their proclamation was, and then they would take their sealer and press it into the hot wax, and it would have, you know, whatever the coat of arms for that. So I have always loved that, so I decided to buy myself a set with a bumblebee on it. So I want to show you how that works. And it's so beautiful. I'm so excited about that. And yeah, the Empress, and I think there are other things we can do with the wax sealer, not just seal envelopes. I think we can probably incorporate it into our cards that we make, and just kind of giving you some different ideas for cards. So I'm trying to think. So we got the dahlia, we got the mug press, the UV resin thing, some alcohol inks we're going to do with the UV resin. Oh, forgot to tell you. Remember my girlfriend, Molly, that had stage 4 cancer? I got from her sister from her half sister, I got the word that she had surgery. I knew she was having the surgery, but the surgery went super well. And they managed, because she had already had all the chemo, and they managed to get all of the tumors out. And they had to, they had to do a whole, like, remove some lady parts that she no longer needed, which is fine. Hey, this was working out a little bit better. And she is, I said, it's a miracle. I cried tears of relief for her last night when I found out. So she's a survivor, but I know it's from everybody praying for her for sure. So if you ever said a prayer for my friend Molly, thank you, because it worked. God is so good. And she is doing well. She'll be coming home from MGH, which is our main hospital here in Boston. She went into the city to have it done. And she's doing well. She's doing so well. So I'm so excited about that. Isn't that great news, Kim? Oh, so excited. Okay, so this one here with the two cuts at, I think it was 300, it seems to be working pretty well. It's working a lot better than the one time. So maybe that is the solution. But you see that? I wonder if I'm going to have trouble over here, but I'm going to try to do this all the way. Oh, yes. This is the way they're supposed to work. So it's just a matter of playing around and wasting some cards until we figured out how to work. So maybe not so much of a mess, but rather something we had to kind of play around with. And it looks pretty cool, I think. What do you guys think? It says, you can't spell truth without Ruth. I have a girlfriend that I think will really love this. She used to love Ruth Bader Ginsburg. So got to send that out to her once I get it all weeded. So, and then, you know what? It's really sticky. So if you have played with the sticker paper cardstock, I don't know about you, but I don't like things being stuck on my fingers. That's probably why I don't work with vinyl all that much, because it just like I end up walking away and having stuff stuck all over me, on my socks and on my clothing. Sometimes I'll walk out of the house with it stuck and I don't even notice. Crazy. So anyway, but it is sticky. You got to be careful where you leave your scraps. Oh, one more thing. Remember that we have our Cutie Giveaway ending this coming week. It is for the Sunflower Yellow Cutie. And all you have to do if you want to win him, her, or whatever, is you have to be following me on Facebook. And on Facebook, I'm at Miss Rita to the Rescue. So if you have a Facebook account, you can go ahead and follow me over there. And if you already follow me over there, all you have to do is like share something from my page or comment or whatever. This one here not coming out so great. And get your name in. There's a special link for it. As far as the giveaways go, I know you guys some of you are old seasoned pros on the giveaways, but if you're new, the giveaway is just simply a link that goes to a place called Rafflecopter, and you just click through on that link and you enter your name and email address. I don't use that email address for anything other than contacting you. So don't worry, I'm not going to spam you. And I'm having trouble with this letter, but so yeah, so you can get your name in for that smaller giveaway and also the larger giveaway. So you can do that to your heart's content all the way through next week. I think it's next Thursday. All right, this is turning out really nice, except for that you but I'm kind of pleased this one came out well. So if you are going to do this, maybe change it to 2 passes, 2 cuts. I still have to do a little more weeding here, but I will do that. And so Dawn, I will try again with the link to the Ukrainian thing, because I think what it was the trident was something I uploaded, and you can't share uploaded things. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking I scratched it too much. Maybe. I think I did. What a bummer. All right. So there's a learning curve with these, but they are kind of fun. And if you don't mind spending a few dollars to mess it up and learn that way, then go ahead. If not, I'll keep you posted on um what um what I find out about them moving or changing it. Let me, while I have a couple of minutes. Hi, Mary from Australia. Does it weed? Yeah, Annette, it does. It's sticky. Look, it's sticking to my hand, and it kind of weeds like that. See? And it's sticky. So, and it's thick. So you have to really get your weeding tool in there really good. I think this one's the most promising of all of them. So, well, there you go. Anyway, let me tell you while I have a few minutes about this resin stuff. Um, so resin there are 2 kinds of resins. Now I'm new, so I don't know everything. All right. And I will learn more when I go to explain to you. But so resin comes in 2 kinds. There's resin like epoxy that you have to pour 1 to 1 in a cup and mix it around and then pour it on. And then this, which is called UV resin. And if you've ever been to the nail salon, clearly I go to the nail salon, you've seen something like this. This one's a real baby one, but it's a UV light. So when you do your resin, you put it underneath, just like you were doing your nails. You put it underneath the light, and it will harden, and it goes from being very sticky to it feels a little bit like rubbery. And so what I did here was I started playing around with these. These are keychain. You see, they're 2-inch rounds, and I took off this. You have to be careful about this because there's this plastic on, I think it's on both sides. Is it? Let's see. Yeah. So here is the 2-inch round. So I started playing around. First, I decided that I would cut out. Where did I put that cutout? Okay. So I cut out some different things. This is a peace sign because my friend Molly really, really loves a peace sign. And then I also did different things. Now you got to make it real small. And let me just show you what I did. And I cut this on the Joy, so that was perfect. Because while I was sitting here trying to figure out the cutaway cards, let's see, my projects in the cloud. Okay, so here I found this. It says strength, and I did customize. And you have to make sure that it's within this circle, and the circle's only 2 inches. See, it's 2-inch circle. So what I did was I added a shape, a circle, and then I edited it to be 2 inches. There we go. 2 inches by 2 inches. All right. So that's going to be my, my, I don't know, my mask that helps me, right? So I'm going to send it back, arrange it to the back. So send it back. And then I went looking for different things, whether it's this. This didn't work out so great because there is a little hole here, which is where the keychain goes, right? So instead, what I did was I came up with strength. And so I cut this. I use this mint color. So, and this, I no longer need that. I just need to make sure that it's going to fit on that 2-inch round. So, so now I can get rid of the circle, and then I can hit make it. I used a, let's see, I used smart vinyl. Where is the smart vinyl that I used? Here. I used this smart vinyl called, it's permanent smart vinyl sampler. And what's it called? Permanent, is it called anything? Beachside sampler, which is nice. And I used this green. You'd be surprised how many you'd get out of this. If this is one of those things you want to make like 100 of these, more power to you. But so because there's a lot of weeding that goes to it, but it would be a cute little like Girl Scout project for sure. So there's, I'm going to cut out 2. I'm going to hit next, and I will cut it out with my smart vinyl permanent. And now I can load. I got my blade in, so there, I'm just loading it. And hit go. And while it's cutting out, then I'm going to get like a little piece of paper that I can work on, and a little bit of transfer tape, so you can see how I did this. And for this, what I did was I took some glitter. Where is my glitter? So here's the glitter that I used. It's like hearts, iridescent hearts. It's a chunky glitter, and I did get it at Michael's. Maybe not work with chunky if you're starting out. I don't know, but I have a lot of chunky glitter. And so that's what I chose to use. And then I weeded this little guy. Cut out 2. And let's get to weeding this. I like to take out all the negative space first. We'll go over this again, so don't feel like, you know, you have to whatever. But then you weed this. Oh, what's up, you guys? They were all just sleeping right by my feet. All right, so there it is weeded. And then we're just going to take and put the transfer tape on. And where's my thing? Oh, there it is. And when it's small like this, you really, really have to burnish it. Wow, like crazy. Let's hope it comes off. Yep. All right. And then where's my round? So then I took this, put it right on here. And remove this. And then I flipped it over like this. And this is the side that I'm going to put the epoxy on. So I take this, and this is the epoxy. I'm going to put a little bit of, let's do this white, iridescent white, because I like it. And I haven't done it yet. You really do not need a whole lot here. You just need just like a little tiny bit. That's probably a little too much. And then you squirt some epoxy in there. Also not a whole lot. And they do give you these little like spoon things that are really weird looking. But it feels like, and they're all, I don't know, I'm not going to even tell you what I think they feel like, but they're strange. And then when you get it all mixed up like this, then you pour it on the back, avoiding the little hole. And this is clearly way too thick, so I'm going to add more of just the resin stuff. And then I'm just going to work it out to the edge and try to thin it out as best you can, because it does take a while for it to dry. You'll pass on the resin? No, you don't. It doesn't smell. I was really, really surprised. I thought that it would smell a lot, but it really, I can't smell anything. I don't know. But it leaves like it's really quite an interesting effect. That if you wanted to learn how to do it and you had a lot of vinyl, you could do. I think this would be really cute to make Christmas ornaments. But it's very intensive, labor intensive, you see. So there it is. It's sort of a little thick there, but if you want to make it thinner, you can add more. And then you take your little lamp and you turn it on. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that will keep it on. And you're supposed to do it for 5 minutes. The other thing that you can do is you can fill up, rather than do on the back, you can fill up these little, like, it's like a silicone mold, and they all have these little holes right here. So if you wanted to turn something into like a pendant or something, where is that? Okay, here. So this is what this is. That's just the resin. It's got a hole in here, just right here, like that. What? But that's just the resin with some of my, I think it's this glitter. So it's really kind of interesting. It's just another fun thing to play with. Yeah, it will take longer to cure. Yeah. So you do the resin that you have to mix, Tracy. Does it smell? Surely. Oh my God. I have you beat. Have you ever seen a picture of all my vinyl? I have, oh my God. And I keep giving it away. I'm like, oh, here, take this. Oh, here. I find out somebody's interested. I'm like, here, let me get you started with the with the vinyl. And I mean, I just keep giving it away, and I still have so much. And then I go to do a project and I'm like, do I seriously need to buy more vinyl? Like, I was looking for rainbow colors, and then I was looking for the Ukrainian colors, and I'm like, no way, I have to buy more vinyl, you know. So I found some, but not the exact color yellow that I want. So back to Cricut Shop. So that's how that goes, and we'll play it. I'll play a little bit more with it and give you an update on it. It is a cute little gift though. And you can buy these here with the keychains and these little tassels. Really cute. Like I said, I think it would make a really cute little gift to for Girl Scouts to make or something. Right. Exactly what happened to me, Gail. Right? I'm like, okay. Hey, no. You guys, stop. So that's exactly what happens to me. Hey, hey, hey. So what? Somebody's walking their dog. Big deal. But yeah, that's what happens. I end up with another mystery box, and it's full of vinyl and iron on, and I have a big cabinet. I mean, a cabinet full of vinyl, a cabinet full of um it's actually like a bookcase that I converted, and it's like one huge bookcase thing, two levels, all vinyl, and then two levels all iron on. And then I have my Infusible ink collection, which is growing. And then, of course, I have my smart vinyl and my smart iron on. So I do not need to buy anything. So you don't have any vinyl? That's a lie. That's a lie. Oh, yeah. I used to sew too. And I also have a yarn stash. It was actually funny when the guy came today to do the uh internet. He's like, so what do you craft? Because I told him, I'm like, well, I have this video, blah blah. He's like, what do you craft? I'm like, I said, oh, Cricut. do, and he said, my wife crafts, she's a crocheter. And I said, and she's probably a better person for it because it just makes you into a better person when you're a crafter. He's like, I don't know, she spends a lot of money. And I'm like, totally worth it, totally worth it. um that's why I could never have a husband, because if he ever said anything about how much I spend on crafts, I think that I would be in trouble, or he'd be in trouble. Anyway, so here are these the keychains, which you don't have to use the resin for, but they sell them. You get the keychain part, and these cute little tassels like that, and then those rings that work like that, and they're fairly cheap. $16 you get 200 pieces, which is, it ends up being 50 keychain total, like including the tassels and the jump rings. So we'll kind of work on that for when we redo this. And then as far as the resin's concerned, I bought probably the cheapy one. I wanted to get a UV resin with the light. I did buy it at, I bought a cheap version, and this might be the one I bought. $15. It might be the one. I don't know. I don't think I spent a whole lot of money because I was afraid of spending too much. But it looks like you can get quite a bit more. It's really not a whole lot what I got. So, I don't know. One of these, the cheapest one I could get, and I figured, hey, I'll try it, and let you guys know how it goes. So that's how you do that. He goes with you. Use polyacrylic, huh? Are you able to put, if you use polyacrylic, are you able to put the glitter? I need the right husband. He's not around, let me tell you. He's not around. They're all taken by you guys. All the good ones are taken by you guys. So I'm fine. I don't need the right guy. My son doesn't even bat an eyelash anymore. He's like, more Cricut stuff. More paper came in the mail. And I'm like, okay, leave it on my desk. He loves to open packages though. So after probably like the 10th package that wasn't anything interesting or food, like if it was food, he'd be interested. But after like the 10th package, he was like, more paper. I'm like, yay. And he's like, boo, he's funny. Anyway, so that's gonna do it for me for today. Yeah, the guys do have expensive hobbies too. My man friend, my boyfriend, I hate to say boyfriend, he's not a boy. Aw. He always supported you. Oh, nice. But my boyfriend likes power tools, so he doesn't have to spend his money on my stuff, but he never would say, oh no, you can't buy that. I don't think he would not be around long if he ever said that to me. I'd be like, Matt, there's only a few things that you can criticize me on. One of them, or you can't criticize me on. One of them, you can't criticize my cooking, or I will never cook for you again. That is my rule. If you criticize my cooking, I will never cook for you again. Even if it's inedible, just smile and, say thank you. And so that's happened to me where where people don't want, they're like, it's kind of, I made rice for him. Now he's Hispanic and he's Dominican actually, and rice is a big deal to Hispanic people. And the first time I made it, I made rice and it was a little bit wet. It wasn't dry. And he said, this is soup. This is rice soup. And I was like, that's it. Never making you rice ever again. And it actually took a friend of his coming over and showing me how to make the rice that got me to make it again. But I was like, if you're going to complain about my rice, then, have your abuela make it for you. It's not me. I'm not Hispanic, right? Anyway, so all right, everybody. He likes it dry. Yeah. He was like, this is like soup. And I'm like, no, it's not. I made rice pilaf, and that's kind of like a little wet because you put a lot of water in it and butter, and it's creamy. It's kind of like having risotto, and I love risotto, and risotto is wet. And he was like, this is soup. Like, okay, not gonna cook for you anymore. It actually took me over a year to actually make him another meal. So there you go. This was an awesome video. Yay! Are you gonna play with your Empress? I'm so jealous now. I'm like, when is mine coming? If yours came today, I want mine to come tomorrow. You know? So, all right. Anyway, oh good. It's so good to see you guys. And hopefully we'll see you again tomorrow. I don't know. I gotta check. All right. And and then and then uh and then we'll see you Monday, of course. All right. Have a great night, everyone. Dawn, I will try to figure out that problem again and post it again. And I hope it comes tomorrow. But tomorrow's Sunday. I don't know. All right. Take care, everybody. Nice to see you. You stayed up past your bedtime. Aw. All right. Love you all. And I hope you have a great night and enjoy. Take care. The glitter is sealed with a oh. Oh, yeah, this is still tacky, but it's kind of it's a cute little thing, isn't it? I'm going to give it to my friend Molly because that symbolizes her current struggle. So thank you again for praying for her, and we will see you again either tomorrow or Monday. Bye, everybody. Take care.